Overall, I think the competition is very demanding, very challenging because first of all, you're competing with tens of thousands of B school students from across the country. Secondly, it tests your ability, your analytical ability, your logical ability. It tests your business personality, the way you interact with people. It tests your knowledge of the business world. What makes it probably unique is that it is an individual competition. You do not have a team, you do not have a set of people to drive you to do work on that competition, and that's where the challenge is. But at the same time, that's where the greatest learning come from. And especially once when you are announced, your name is announced as a young leader, it's a great feeling to be identified as one of the guys who the business leader, who the business world thinks has the potential to become a future leader. I think it's a brilliant feeling at that time. The biggest advantage, I think, by making it to the list of young leaders was the kind of confidence it gives you just before you're entering into the corporate world, fresh out of MBA. It is a great validation of what you have done in your 2 years at B school, what you have learned in B school, what you want to achieve. When you're identified as one of the future leaders by the current leaders, I think it's a huge confidence booster. The one moment that I really look back fondly, I think the last round of the competition where I got to interact with two of the biggest leaders, business leaders of the country, Mr. Vivek Gambhir, who was with GCPL, and Mr. Ajay Srinivasan from the Aditya Birla Group. That entire, the last round of 20-25 minutes that I got to spend with them, where they talked about my aspirations, my dreams, what I want to do in life. It was a different kind of interview. I think the way they interacted with me, the way they posed questions, the way they made it more conversational than anything else, that is something that I look back to very often. I think to realize that people do think that I am on the right track. I think that is one moment that I look back to very fondly.